Okay, so for this assignment, for problem 40, let me look here, problem 47 in the text, we're going to go ahead and select go to our borders and load our template up. This is going to have all our nice layers already pre-installed, everything like that. Our template's loaded. So first thing, I'm going to go ahead and run through this entire print. First thing we're going to do is go to our object layer. It's going to carry our line weight, so I'm going to turn my line weight button on. So for this one, we're looking at sort of like I believe it's a hexagon. So we're going to draw the hexagon first. We can use the polygon command. I'm just going to type it in, P-O-L-Y, polygon. Select polygon, number of sides. This has 6 sides. So specify the center. We'll do center and we'll do circumscribe, should be the inside of it. So as we look, the point's on top. So I'm going to go ahead and I can go ahead, turn my ortho on, and then I can hit 2. That's the radius of this object. And turn out just like I went up. So we'll go ahead and do a rotate real quick and select the object, and we'll just do 90 degrees. Rotates it. I did the rotate right here. RO, same command. I just select the base point and hit 90 degrees. So right there's our front view. So what we need to do is we need to put a circle in there. To do a circle, we'll go ahead and do a center line. I'm going to go ahead, we can go ahead and see if it'll give me a midpoint for temporary. We'll just do it this way. We'll do it line endpoint to endpoint, and then I'm going to do snap override midpoint and do perpendicular. Same thing, snap override. Right there's my center lines. So now if I come back and select my object layer, I'm going to draw a circle, select my intersection, and the diameter, so I'm going to hit D, is 1.75. Hit enter. So right there's that view. I'm also going to go ahead, just for temporary, I'm going to extend this out. I'm going to bring a circle here so I can extend EX, or you can select this and hit extend. Select this line, and then I'll bring all these lines out. And then I'm going to erase. So just do that. I selected it, hit E, and hit enter. So right there's my center lines. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and do my right side view. So I'm going to do a line. I'm just going to bring all my features to the right of it. I'm hitting space to repeat the command. I know I have a hidden feature there on my right side view. So I'm going to select these 2 features, pull this to hidden line. So there's my features. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a line. Now my part, I'm going to offset it. My part is 1 wide, so I'm going to select 1, offset it this way. Now I can do a big old trim. I'm going to select what I want to trim, hit enter, window that. So we have that now. So we have our circle, our edges of our octagon, our hexagon. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just draw a line, endpoint over. I'm going to do a MA, which is match properties. You can still use this over here as well. I'm going to hit enter, select this center line, because we do have a circle going through, so we have to show a center line on the right side view. I'm going to do an offset, same thing as O, or you can select that. I'm going to just do 0.25 to keep it consistent. I'm selecting these, because now I can do a trim. Select this line, select that line, hit enter, and window these and trim it. Hit E for erase, select this, select that, enter. So there's our circle, looking at our hexagon. It's all good to go. Last thing we need to do is the top view. I take that back. We still need to put a circle right here. So I'm going to do another offset. I'm going to do 0.5. That's what the dimensions say. So I'm going to select this, go this way with it. I'm going to do another match properties. Select this line and do that. Then I'm going to draw a circle, still on my object layer. I'm going to select my intersection. And it says a diameter, so I'm going to hit D and then 0.5. Then I can do like an offset, 0.25. just fix my center line so they're consistent. Do a trim, which would be TR, select that up there. I'm gonna hit E for erase, enter. Now I don't see my center line, so I gotta type PR for properties. And I'm gonna change it to like 0.5. And I'm gonna close this. So there we got that hole. So now we gotta bring that over. So I'm gonna draw a line here. Just bring it this way. Bring a line there. I'm gonna do a trim, TR, same as that. And I'm gonna make these hidden. Pull this down, hidden. So right there is the right side front view, right side view. So let's do the top view. So I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna do like we've always been doing. Bring object lines forward. That's gonna be a hidden line because we're looking into the circle, but it's still gonna be there. So then I'm gonna go ahead and just draw the front line. So that's the beginning of the look. So we're gonna do an offset, distance of 1. Put that there. We'll do a trim, same as TR right there. So I just trimmed that all out. I'm going to do a match properties, MA. Let's select this line and this line. So that looks pretty good. We have to put this center line. If you are struggling with trying to figure out where that's at, you can either draw a line at 45 degree and project this up and do all that, or what I like to do myself, do a copy, CO. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to do a rotate. Select this, rotate it. I'm going to do a move now. M for move, or select that button. I'm just going to bring this right up here and put it right there. Now that I have that, I can do a line from that quadrant, bring it right over to it, hit this circle here. Now I can trim it. Trim, same as selecting that. I'm going to do MA for match properties. Select my hidden line. Now I can erase this. One reason I did that was because when you're looking down at this top view of this front part, now you have a hidden hole going through there. So now I can go ahead from my midpoint. I'm going to do an offset. O, or that button right there, 0.25. Select it this way, select it that way. I'm going to do a trim. I'm going to do an extend, EX, which is located in your trim. I'm going to do a trim here, TR. I'm going to do erase. I'm just erasing this. We need a center line through there, so I'm going to do a match properties, MA, or this little brush up here. I select that and then select this line there. Then I need to draw, I'm going to do an offset, 0.25. I just do 0.25 just to keep it over your center lines. You need to go past your object. So I'm going to do a line, quadrant, or midpoint. Another midpoint. I'm doing MA, match properties, select my center line. I'm going to erase this, E, select that, E, there. So right there's your part. All views done. So now what I'm going to do, I'll close that there quick. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start throwing my dimensions on. So I'm going to pull this down to my dimension layer and start dimension as if what shows us on the book. So 4, come over to my right side view, go to my center line to my endpoint, 0.5, then here to there, 1, and then I'm going to do my diameter. Select that. Now as you notice, there's a little crosshair that shows up. Actually, it makes my headline or center line disappear. So if you type PR for properties, somewhere up in the bar there, PR, properties, this will come up, and then you can come up here and do center mark, none, and close that. So now I get my center line is looking the same again. So now we have that. All we have left is the diameter here. So we have that. That doesn't affect our center line. You can do the same thing. A nice little tool is if you do match properties, select that, and select that. it applies the same settings there to there. So now that you have that, we'll do some text. Let's go find our text. If you do MT for M text, you can do that, or you can select this one here. I'm going to do MK-A. So now we have that. I'm going to type insert to bring in our border. So I'm going to go browse and find my title block. I'm going to use an A sheet. Click OK. So obviously this won't fit being one-to-one full. If we cut that the exact size, we couldn't fill it in views. So I'm going to scale this up. 2 seems to be the popular one, so I'm going to do 2, meaning half scale. Scale is right there. That's all I did. So now I'm going to do a move. Select this and then bring it. I'm going to turn my ortho off. I'm going to select it again. Right there's my print. Yeah, we'll just run with it. So now I'm going to type explode, E-X-P-L-O-D-E, so I can fill this in. So I'm going to make my mark A. Let me turn my caps lock on. A. We only have one of these. This is problem, let's see here, was that 37? Let's look here. Look on my other computer here. 47. 47. We'll just steal. Okay. And we'll come up here. My initials. Today's date. 11/3/13. Drawing name. Problem 47. Today's date again. 11/3/13. I only do this because if it gets changed, you still have the original date. Scale. 1/2 equals 1. Sheet 1 and 1 for right now. Drawing name, you should put your drawing number, and then I'm going to put problem 47.dwg. You need to have your drawing number so you have it for reference. I'm going to save mine under this file name, so it works good for me. So that's what I need from you for this assignment here. It should have all the details you need. Print this off and keep going.